Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I have a slow flow yoga practice for you to help get your day started in a positive way. This is an intermediate yoga flow. We will be focusing on balancing and strengthening poses. I'll be weaving in some uplifting affirmations to add some extra positivity, and no props are needed. So let's get started in our first pose. Oh, hi, Gracie. Gracie's going to join us. Our first pose will be child's pose. So making your way towards the back of your mat, bring the big toes together, widen your knees, send those hips right back to the heels, and then walking yourself out, creating lots of space here through the ribs, through the back, lowering forehead to mat, softening through the arms. Let's invite in a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, fill up the belly, the back. Open mouth, exhale. And just taking a few moments here to greet yourself, reconnecting to how you're feeling. And our first affirmation, I am grateful for this day before me. I'll repeat each affirmation twice. I am grateful for this day before me. Let's take one more breath here. And then just slithering yourself onto your belly, right into Sphinx pose. Keep the legs and the feet nice and wide. Forearms are to the mat, and your arms are, your shoulders are over your elbows. Palms and fingers are pressing into the floor, and then lifting the upper body up, reach the heart forward, draw the shoulders back. Gentle press through the pelvic floor. Ignite the glutes. Press through the tops of your feet, bringing some activation here. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Taking a cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose, send the breath all the way to the throat, to the lungs, to the diaphragm, to the belly. And then letting it come up and out through an open mouth exhale. Lowering yourself down, stack the hands, rest the head on the forehead. Let the glutes relax, the legs. Take a cleansing breath here. And now bringing the legs back in together, we'll come into a quad stretch, reaching that right hand back for your right foot. And resting the head back down on your left hand or to the mat. Bring that right shoulder towards the floor and making sure that the right heel is over the glute, not over to the side of the hip. And now tucking the tailbone towards the end or the back end of your mat, pressing through the pubic bone to the floor. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths here. One more breath. And gently lowering that right leg down, and we'll switch right over to the left side. So your right forearm comes in front of you. Softening that left shoulder, letting it fall towards the floor. Pressing through the pubic floor or pubic bone and tucking the tailbone to the back end of your mat. And our affirmation here: I am excited for what I get to create today. I am excited for what I get to create today. Cleansing breath. Releasing that left leg down and coming back into Sphinx pose. And then let's move this into seal. So bringing the hands a little further out in front of you, widen the legs once again. Actually, let's turn the hands to the corners of our mat and then pressing the upper body up. Only if this feels good for you. If this is too much in the low back, just come back to your Sphinx. Drawing the chest forward, the shoulders back. 2 breaths here. Little baby back bend. Cleansing breath. Lowering yourself back down. We're going to take a pause once again. So stack the hands, rest the head, let the legs, the glutes relax. And lifting your head back up. Shifting over to the right side of your mat. And then we're going to roll on over, coming onto our backs. And then once you get here, hug that right knee in, extend your left leg all the way out, giving that knee a big squeeze up to the chest. Let's point and flex through that right foot. Rotate through the ankle. And now coming into a twist, using your left hand only to guide that right knee over to the left, doing your best to stack the right hip over the left, and then opening that right arm out to the side, maybe looking over to the right. Breathing in and out through your nose. And bringing your head back to center, we're going to bend that left knee. Maybe you just stay here, bringing that left foot up towards the left glute, or you use your right hand grabbing onto that left foot, coming into a variation of cat pulling its tail. We want both shoulders heavy to the floor, chest is up towards the ceiling or the sky. One more breath here. Slowly releasing that left foot, extend the leg back out. Hug that right knee in as you make your way back onto your back. Take a big squeeze with that right knee, bringing it all the way into the chest. And then release it down. Bring your right foot to your mat. And then we're going to hug the left knee in and extend that right leg all the way out. Big squeeze here. Point and flex the left foot. Rotate through the ankle. And coming into your twist over to the right. Right hand guides that left knee over. Opening up that left arm out to the side, looking to the left if that feels okay in the neck. And bringing your head back to center, bending that right knee, coming into cat pulling its tail variation. Again, maybe you just leave the foot there, or maybe you hold on to that right foot with the left hand, drawing the shoulders to the mat. One more breath here. Releasing that right foot, extending the leg back out. Bringing left knee into your chest, making your way back onto your back. This time we're going to bring the right knee in as well. Take the knees nice and wide, big toes touching, and then just rocking side to side here. And come to center, lower your left foot to your mat, extend that right leg all the way up. Bringing the hands either behind the back of the thigh or maybe up behind the back of the calf, inviting in a hamstring stretch here. Draw the shoulders to your mat. Have a gentle flex in that right foot. One more breath here. Good. Release the leg, bring the foot to your mat, and we'll do the same on the left leg. And last breath here. Bending that knee. Let's bring the right knee in as well. And now we're going to take a few rocks forward and back. So bring the hands behind the backs of your thighs and then just begin to rock forward and back, massaging the spine. And one more, and then making your way all the way up and coming into an easy seated pose. Good. Getting yourself rooted and grounded through the sit bones, resting the hands on the knees, sitting up nice and tall. Take an inhale, lengthen up even taller, root down even deeper, and then we'll drop the chin to the chest. And taking some half circles with the head, we'll start over to the right, so just bringing that right ear to the right shoulder. And then letting the head fall, chin to chest, and then over to the left. Adding our breath with the movement as you inhale, bringing the chin to the chest and over to the right. And as you exhale, letting the head fall, chin to chest and over to the left. Let's take this 3 more times. Working out any kinks that may have occurred through the night. Or even left over from yesterday. And then coming back, chin to chest, lengthen up even taller, draw the shoulders down, really feel those shoulder blades kind of sink down to the ribs. Taking a cleansing breath into your throat. So inhale through the nose, send the breath to the back of the throat. Open mouth, exhale. Bringing your head back up to center. Soften the shoulders. Let's extend the arms out. Make tight fist here, and we're going to rotate through the wrist. Good. And then flexing the hands. Press, press, press away. Draw the shoulders down. And then drop the fingers down. Curl the fingers in, stretching the tops of the wrists, the forearms. Perfect. And then bring or release the hands, palms facing down, and then flip the palms back. We're going to take a variation of cat and cow with this arm movement. You're going to inhale, rock forward, draw the arms back, shoulder blades are kissing. And then as you exhale, you're going to bring the arms forward, flipping the palms, palms facing forward, bring the palms into each other as you bring belly button to spine and chin to chest. Good. Inhale, palms back, opening up the chest, draw the shoulders back. And then exhale, bring it forward. Let's take that 2 more times. Coming back to center, flip the palms up. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Palms of the hands come together. Exhale, hands to heart. Press the thumbs into the sternum, lifting your heart. Close the eyes. Take a cleansing breath. Setting an intention for yourself today, maybe for your practice, or an intention that you can not only bring into your practice, but into the rest of your day. And bringing life to that intention with a breath. Inhale, open mouth, exhale. Good. Opening the eyes, straddle pose. So we'll widen the legs. Bringing the hands forward, take an inhale, lengthen as you press down through the legs, flex the feet, and then exhale, walking yourself into a fold. Keep those sit bones rooted to your mat, as well as the backs of the thighs. So lots of activation going on in the legs. Let your head be heavy. Taking a cleansing breath. And now lifting the upper body up about halfway, and then walking over to that right leg, framing that right leg with the hands, and then dropping nose towards knee. It doesn't need to come right over the knee, just that intention of it being in that direction. Stretching into that left side low back. We're still pressing through the hips, the sit bones, the legs. Take a big breath here into that left side body. Open mouth, exhale, let it all go. Beautiful. In this fold, now just walk yourself over to the left side. Framing that left leg. Be really mindful that that right knee or foot isn't rolling inward. So keep pressing through the hip. Cleansing breath into right side body. Walking yourself back to center in your fold here. And then bringing the upper body all the way back up. Let's take a pause here at the top. Really feel for the sensation, the heaviness through the hips, through the sit bones. Lifting up out of the low back, reaching out through the spine, through the crown of your head as you draw the shoulders down. And with the palms of your hands, maybe to your mat, press into the hands as well. Lots of energy here. Activating the legs, activating the feet. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Let everything soften. Nice. Bringing the hands to the underneath the knees. Let's spin the knees. Oops. And coming into butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. holding on to the toes or to the ankles, and just take some nice big rocks side to side. And then pausing here, lifting up, lengthening tall. Take an inhale, exhale, reaching the chest, the heart forward, and then making your way into a soft fold. So letting the spine, the back round, let the legs be heavy. Relax your feet, dropping chin in towards chest. Breathing into your back. And our affirmation here: I will make healthy choices today. I will make healthy choices today. Taking one more breath. Open mouth, exhale. Bringing the upper body up. Let's bring the knees in together, send the legs out, give them a wiggle, give them a shake. And then swinging the legs over to one side, making your way into tabletop. And stacking the shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees, fingers spread nice and wide. Taking 3 rounds of cat and cow. Inhale into your cow. Exhale into cat. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Last one. Inhale, cow. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Reach through the tailbone. Reach through the crown of your head as you draw the shoulders down the back. And then exhale, press into your cat. Really press away from the floor. Press into the palms of your hands. Press into the tops of your feet. Belly button to spine, chin to chest. Press up, up, up. And then come into neutral. Let's lift the feet, point and flex through the feet. Rotate through the ankles. Perfect. Lower the feet down. Downward facing dog. Reach the arms out, hands out a little further out in front. Tuck your toes under, and when you're ready, press yourself up and back. Just walking it out here, shifting, rocking, moving the body in any way that it is asking for. Affirmation here: I honor my body in every way I can. I honor my body in every way I can. Take a pause. Breathe here. Belly button to spine. Hugging the ribs in. Pressing through the palms of the hands, fingers spread nice and wide. Hugging the arms in towards one another. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Sending that left leg up nice and high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. And then we're going to step that left foot in between the hands, coming into crescent. Wiggling that foot forward if you need to. And then inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Coming into a chest opener, drop the hands down, bring the hands back behind you, interlacing the fingers. Extend the arms, open up the chest. Reach through that front knee and through the back heel. Taking one more breath here. Into warrior three. Reach the upper body forward. You might have to step that right foot in a bit. Keep the arms clasped if you can. Lots of balance here. Cores engaged. Lifting that right leg, embracing any wibbles, any wobbles, and then release the hands. Just extend the arms back. Coming into your warrior three, really activate that right leg. Coming back into crescent, step back with that right foot. Reach the arms back up. Inhale. Exhale, open up into cactus. Pausing here, breathing here. Back into warrior three. Drop the arms. Reach the upper body forward. Again, maybe step in with that right leg. This time, reach the arms forward as you extend that right leg back. Hold. Balance. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach the arms up. We're going to bring that right knee all the way up with us. Hold. Palms of the hands come together as we come into standing pigeon. Right ankle on top of that left thigh. And now sending the hips back. Maybe you hold here, or if you want to come deeper into this or need a little support, I prefer this way with the hands to the mat. Stretching into those glutes. Affirmation. I have my affirmations right here in front of me. Do the things that make your heart happy. Do the things that make your heart happy. Doesn't this make your heart happy? Taking one more breath. Coming into a low lunge with a revolved twist. We're going to send that right leg all the way back. Right palm to the mat underneath that shoulder. Open up that left arm. One more breath. Looking down at your mat, lower that right knee down. And then we're going to reach that left arm back, looking back behind. Maybe you hold on to your left foot. Opening up that left shoulder, opening up the chest. Slowly release that right leg down, coming into pigeon. So we're going to heel toe that left foot across. Ooh. And let's take a little chest opener here. So widen your arms, bring the hands to the outer edges of your mat or a little further. Open up the chest, reach your chest forward, press down through that right hip flexor. Take a big breath in. And then as you take your exhale, melt into your resting pigeon here. Our affirmation here. Focus on the things you can control. Focus on the things you can control. Taking a cleansing breath. Coming up and out of your pigeon and back into downward facing dog. So tucking the toes under, lifting that right knee, send that left leg back. Let's once again walk it out here. Pause here, one full breath. Lifting that right leg up nice and high, bend the knee, open up the hip. Keep the shoulders even. Making your way into crescent. Stepping that right foot between the hands. Reaching the arms up. Take an inhale. As you exhale, drop the hands, coming into your clasp. This time, switch the crossing of the thumbs so that it feels awkward. Draw those shoulders back and down, opening up the chest. Reach through that right knee, reach through the left heel. Take a big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Warrior 3. Start bringing the upper body forward, sliding or stepping that left foot in. And noticing maybe this side is a little bit more challenging or a little easier. Just meeting the body where it's at, releasing the hands if you haven't already. Pausing here. Beautiful. Step it back into crescent. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale into cactus, opening up the chest. Lengthen, reach to the knee, through the leg. Pressing through that right big toe. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to reach the arms forward, coming back into warrior 3. Hold, lengthen. And then inhale, coming up. Bring the arms up, bring that left knee up with you. Palms of the hands come together. Bring the hands to the heart. Left ankle on top of that right thigh. Sending the hips back. Pausing here, or maybe bringing the hands to the floor. Slow, deep breaths. 2 more breaths. Getting into those glutes. Low lunge into revolve twist. Step that left leg all the way back. Left palm to the mat. Reaching and opening up through that right hand, through the chest. Draw the shoulders down the back. Looking down at your mat to lower that left knee down. Reaching that right hand behind you. Now taking your gaze to the back of your mat. Holding here. 1 breath. And then bending that right knee. Holding on to the foot. Releasing that. I said right foot, I meant left foot, sorry. Releasing that left foot down. Reach that right arm forward, coming into pigeon on this side. Let's open up here, opening up the chest again. Widen the arms, the hands. Inhale, reach up, open up. And then exhale, melt it down. And our affirmation here: celebrate your wins, no matter how small. Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. One more breath here. Lifting your upper body up. And instead of coming back into downward facing dog, we're going to shift into shoelace pose. So just bringing all your weight over onto that right hip, swing the left leg around, and we're going to stack that left knee on top of the right as best as you can. Rooting down through your sit bones. Take an inhale, lengthen up nice and tall, and then exhale, walking yourself into a fold. Keep those sit bones and hips glued heavy to your mat. So notice if they want to kind of lift as you come forward. If that's happening, just pull yourself back. Keep pressing into the hips, lifting up out of the low back. Getting into that right glute. You may feel it in the left as well if both glutes are really tight. Just taking a few breaths here. One more breath. And let's come into a little counter pose before we go to the other side. So bring the hands back behind you, unravel the legs, doing windshield wiper, widen your feet, and just dropping the knees side to side. And then coming to the other side. So bringing your left foot down first, and then bringing that right knee over the left. Same thing, rooting down through the sit bones. Hips are heavy. Take an inhale, lengthen, lift up out of the low back as you keep walking yourself forward. Breathing through all the layers of the glute muscle. Last breath here. Coming into that counter pose, windshield wiper. And now making your way onto your back. Happy baby, knees nice and wide, feet up towards the ceiling. Pressing down through the shoulders, through the low back, the sacrum. Take a cleansing breath. And let's extend that right leg out to the side. And bring it back in. Extending the left leg. And bringing it back in. And now taking both legs out. Release the hands. Bring the legs up together. And point and flex through the feet. Rotate through the ankles. Bend the knees, hugging the knees into your chest. Take a few rocks side to side. Pause here, cleansing breath. Release the arms, let them melt to the floor. Lower your feet. Extend the legs all the way out, coming into Shavasana. Bring a gentle smile to your face. Take a cleansing breath. Our affirmation here. I am grateful I started my day in this way. I am grateful I started my day in this way. Taking a full body cleansing breath. Wiggling your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles. Rocking your head side to side. Lengthening stretch here. Bring the legs in together. Reach the arms back behind you. Point through the toes. Reach the fingers. Inhale. And then as you exhale, bringing everything into a little ball, hugging the knees in. Just keep your head rested on your mat, rocking side to side. And then rolling over to one side and making your way up to an easy seated pose. And let's rest the palms facing up on the knees. Take a cleansing breath here. Our last closing affirmation. I invite in peace and joy to my life. I invite in peace and joy to my life. Take a cleansing breath. Palms of the hands together, bowing our heads. From my heart to yours, namaste. If you enjoyed this morning practice, please give it a like. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, you could do that. That would be a great way for me to start my day. And leave me a comment. I'd love to hear how this morning practice supported you. And if there was an affirmation that really resonated with you, or if you have an affirmation that you like to use on a daily, and or if you had um, your intention that you'd like to share, and just to put that out into the universe to help manifest that. So I look forward to practicing with you again soon.